My child, if even a small part of you believes in angels, stay right here and listen closely. This is not just another message. This is a direct call from heaven. It's not a random idea or just nice words. It's real, and it's happening now. Not in the world you can see, but in the invisible realm, the spiritual world. Something is already shifting. Something powerful is unfolding behind the scenes. It's moving through places you never thought would notice you. But they do. And not only are they aware of you, they are talking about you. Yes, your name is being spoken in rooms of power and influence. Important people have mentioned you. Your name has been brought up in government meetings, not by mistake, not in passing, but with intention. Your energy, your presence, your way of being drew attention. There was something about you they couldn't ignore. They looked at the way you dressed. But it wasn't with confusion or judgment, it was with curiosity and respect. It was like your clothing wasn't just fabric. It was speaking. It was carrying a message. They saw something spiritual in the way you dress. They said your colors seemed to speak, and even the way your clothes moved felt like a quiet truth being told. You had no idea, but your presence is changing the atmosphere everywhere you go. One day you walked into a room, just going about your day, not realizing that someone was watching. Not in a bad way. Not because of fame. But because of something more. Something they couldn't describe. There was light around you. There was something holy in the way you moved. You thought you just picked out clothes, but heaven had touched your closet that morning. Your outfit wasn't random. It was chosen by God to deliver a message into a space that needed healing. And someone noticed. Someone with influence. Someone powerful. And in a place where names are usually only spoken if they have weight, your name was spoken too. You, the one who thought no one noticed you. The one who felt invisible and overlooked. You were not hidden. You were being watched in silence, and with deep respect. They saw more than your appearance. They saw the weight you carry. The peace in your walk. The mystery in your silence. The way you carry the pain you've lived through without letting it break you. The way your stillness holds power. They saw how you carry stories without ever saying a word. Stories of struggle and survival. Stories of grace and growth. And somehow, just your presence told those stories without needing sound. Someone said, they don't look like they belong to this generation. Another whispered, they carry something ancient, like old prayers in their soul. They could feel that you had survived storms that most people would be drowned in. And yet, you still shine. You didn't let your pain harden you, you let it deepen you. You wear strength like soft fabric. You wear dignity like it's part of your skin. Even in your simplest clothes, there is something sacred about you. One of them said, their clothes look like they've been touched by healing. And heaven smiled. Because that's exactly what they were seeing. They couldn't figure it out, so they talked. Some were simply curious. Others felt something they didn't understand, maybe jealousy, maybe awe. They asked, Who are they connected to? Who taught them to carry themselves like that? Why does their presence make us feel like we're the ones with something to hide? They didn't have words for what they were sensing. But you stirred something inside them. Just the mention of your name shifted the energy in the room. You didn't even have to be there in person. Your name was enough to cause movement. Your appearance has become a subject of conversation in high places. Someone in that meeting said, "Keep your eyes on them." Not as a warning, but because they were drawn in by something they couldn't name. That person saw something in you that can't be explained. Yes, this is about you. You carry something rare, something divine. You carry an oil that only comes from surviving fire and choosing love. You don't try to stand out, but heaven keeps lifting you. You don't ask for attention, but favor follows you wherever you go. Right now, people are searching your name, scrolling through pictures, wondering how someone like you appeared out of nowhere. There's a file with your name on it. But not because you're in trouble. Not because you're being judged. It's for observation. They're watching your moves. Watching how you carry yourself. Trying to understand how you made it this far. You didn't come from wealth. You didn't come from fame. You came from places people ignored. Quiet places. Painful places. But you rose from there. And now you are glowing. You're walking into rooms that others had to pay to enter. But you were brought in by grace. It makes no sense to them. They don't understand how someone so quiet could carry so much presence. In their world, power is loud. But in your world, power is silent and still. In their world, people fight to be seen. In yours, people are drawn by peace. They talked about your clothes because they didn't know how to talk about your spirit. Your outfit was easier for them to describe than the presence on your life. They spoke about your shoes, your colors, your smile. But what they really felt was something holy. Something that broke something open inside them. Someone looked at your picture and suddenly remembered what they lost, what they forgot, what they buried. You didn't know it, but your name is now written on the hearts of people you've never met. Because before you step into any room, your calling walks in ahead of you. This isn't the first time your name has been mentioned in secret places. Your name has already been spoken in the courts of heaven. Written in divine books. Held in the hands of angels. They whisper your name when they speak of purpose and destiny. Timelines have been shifted just to make sure you lived long enough to hear this message now. Even the clothes you picked today, heaven had a hand in that. The color, the texture, the way it fits, it all means something. Your shoes carry dust from places you haven't yet walked. In that meeting, someone looked at you and said, "They look like they're on a royal mission." And they were right. You carry royalty. Not from a crown. Not from a title. But from your spirit. You are part of a spiritual bloodline. A heavenly family. That's why doors open for you that stay closed for others. That's why people pause when they see you. Not because of lust, but because of wonder. Because they're seeing something they don't know how to explain. They're seeing glory. They're feeling mystery. They're witnessing prophecy wrapped in human form. And heaven is telling you now, don't hide your light. Don't shrink to make others feel comfortable. Don't dim your glow just to avoid their envy. You were created to stand out. Not for fame, but for purpose. Your uniqueness is not an accident. It is your assignment. Your style, your presence, it's not just fashion. It's a message. A heavenly signal that you are walking with intention. That's why the conversations don't stop after you leave. That's why strangers feel drawn to you without even speaking. It's not just about you. It's what surrounds you. You're wrapped in something ancient. Something sacred. Something that can't be explained but can be felt. It goes with you. It moves through you. It opens spiritual doors. That government room wasn't the last place your name will echo. There are more rooms. More meetings. Not because you're chasing attention, but because God is using your presence to stir hearts awake. Something powerful is happening. And you're at the center of it. Not because you forced it, but because you surrendered. Because you chose peace when you could be chosen pride. Because you prayed instead of attacking back. Heaven noticed. And your appearance was only the beginning. What's coming next is even more powerful. People will stop asking about your clothes and start asking about your soul. About your heart. About your story. About your calling. And when they do, you won't answer with ego. You'll answer with grace. You'll speak with wisdom. You'll give answers to questions they didn't even know how to ask. And the ones with power will sit down to listen. Because what you carry is real. It's not fake. It wasn't taught to you. It wasn't bought. It was lived. And now, it's rising. You're stepping into a season of surprise invitations. Into places you never applied for. Into rooms where your name was already spoken. The ones who used to ignore you are now being drawn to you. Not because they changed, but because God shifted something in their vision. What felt like rejection was really protection. What looked like a delay was really perfect timing. Now the covering is being lifted. The whispers are turning into public conversations. The secret promises are becoming visible. The glory that's been surrounding you all this time is about to show on the outside. This is not just a message. It's a moment. Let it settle in your soul. Let it prepare your heart. Let it open your eyes. Your name is rising like incense into sacred places. And all that talk about your clothes, that was just the beginning. What they're really seeing is something much deeper. They're seeing someone chosen to push back darkness. Someone born to carry light. Someone walking in a love so pure, it changes everything around it. My child, this message came through eternity to reach you. It crossed time, space, and silence to arrive in front of your eyes right now. This is not an accident. Every delay, every no, every tear, every closed door, it was all leading here. Don't turn away. Don't doubt what you feel. Heaven already decided. It's time you knew the truth. Your name was mentioned in a government meeting. And that was only the beginning. Divine messages, consider contributing through a super thanks. Whether it's 10, 20, 50, $, or more, your generosity helps us share these angelic messages with the world. Together, we can build a community of faith, hope, and love.